Can anybody tell me what these are? I know all your hands are going up. These are called bagworms, okay? And what they do, they like to get on evergreens and eat the living shit out of them. I'll show you what a bagworm looks like. This one's alive. These other two are dead. I've already sprayed them. But I wanted to show you this. So this is our friend, the bagworm. And you can see him. I'm just squeezing the bottom here, forcing him out to the top. See him? See if I can get the camera to focus. See him? And he lives in this little sack and he eats trees. Let me see if I can pull him out for you. That's him. In all his glory. Okay? That's what he looks like. A little nasty bastard. So, I'm going to leave him here. I'm going to show you what they do. This is my front yard. Okay, now I noticed these things about 2 weeks ago. Okay, and in 2 weeks, they have managed to multiply and start massacring this tree. This here is a blue spruce, and you can see what they've done. Now, I sprayed this about a week ago, so I think I saved it, but it doesn't take them long to start going on to healthy ones next to it. I sprayed that one too. See them? And there's one up there, if you can see it. So what happens is they get on these trees and then they start eating, and they work their way on the needles all the way down, eating the needles. And as they eat the needles, the tree starts to die. And eventually with these pine trees, they get so bad that they just die. They can't handle it. They stress out and then they die. One way to get them is to, when you see them initially, pull them off. But if you see them within 2 weeks, they're beating the shit out of your tree. So what you got to do is you got to get a sprayer and malathion. And that's what I use here. Now, malathion's strong, but it kills them. I mean, you organic people are going to say, oh, use whatever, lemon water. I don't know about all that shit. But what I'm telling you is, I kill them. It might smell like a chemical plant for a weekend, but oh well. But this is what I use, malathion. Okay? Now, one thing that I didn't realize is I have this Fimco sprayer, okay? It's a 25-gallon sprayer, okay? And every year I have this sprayer, it has a little pump on it. This one is a High Flow Gold Series. And every year, if I put it in my basement, it doesn't freeze. No matter what I do, I try antifreeze, I've tried everything to keep this thing from freezing. But this was my final straw. This one here froze, and it snapped. You can see the crack here. And it broke, and then when you turn it on, water squirts out of this thing. It's a pain in the ass. So what I did was, I was going to get a skid sprayer, but they're $2,100 for the one I was looking at. And I don't know if I want to pay that this year, especially since I just bought the side-by-side. So there's the side-by-side, and it's sitting in the bed of it. So what I found at Tractor Supply was this High Flow Fimco high performance, high flow pump. 4.5 gallons a minute. Okay, 60 psi. Okay, there's your model number if you guys want it. And when I tell you it took 5 minutes to replace this, it literally was 5 minutes. Everything comes with a quick connect. Like, see this old one? Your fitting goes in there and then it just pushes shut, and that's your quick connect. Same thing on the other side. Everything's a quick connect. Quick connect there, quick connect there. Same thing here. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate and show you how good this high flow one is. Okay, I got to fill this up. I have my battery already in the back. I always keep the spare battery for my clay thrower. and I'm going to show you exactly how good this thing is. I'm going to measure how far it shoots. This way, if you guys are thinking of upgrading your 25-gallon Fimco sprayer, you know that for 100, I think it was 105 bucks. I'm sure maybe on eBay or something you could find them cheaper. But then what I did was Tractor Supply has a 2-year money-back warranty, and I think it was, don't quote me, I think like $19. Anything goes wrong in 2 years, you save your receipt, you bring this back, and you're good to go. So they'll give you a brand new one or order a new one for you. So I'm tired of them breaking, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll do my best to keep it from breaking, but if it breaks, I have insurance on it. So let me get this filled up, and I'm going to show you how good this thing shoots. Back with the struck Accord. I just replaced this high flow, and we're going to test it out. Just filled this up. I showed you guys the one that broke. All right, got the high flow high performance high flow, 4.5 gallon per minute. I have a simple test set up here. It's a horizontal shooting test. I got my gun and I got my battery. Everything's hooked up. Okay. One thing I do like about this sprayer, bring that camera in here and you can see, if you hit this lever here, you'll hear it moving. And what that's doing is that's mixing the chemicals. If I had chemicals in here, it's just water, but if I had chemicals in here, that would mix them for that. I shut that, it goes right back to the gun. Okay, and this port here is in case I wanted to add a boom sprayer. That's what came with this 25-gallon Fimco. Obviously, the pump has changed. And you can see the size of the original pump compared to this monster, okay? So I got a simple test rigged up here. I got 25 feet out here with a tape measure. And I want to see, I mean, 25 feet's pretty good for any kind of electric sprayer. I'm not sure if it's going to do it, but I figure I'd try it out. Are we ready? Here we go. Now you can see where the 25-foot ends and where the actual spray is. I'm going to say, I'll mark it and just see how far it went horizontally. So here's 25, and we're going to add, I won't go to the last drop, another 7 foot. So that's about 32 feet of spraying from where I'm at. That's pretty good for any kind of application, and that's what I use for my bagworms and my evergreen trees. So I can't ask more of an electric sprayer. So for 100 bucks, it sure beats upgrading your pump rather than buying a new skid sprayer. So you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments, and I appreciate you guys watching another video. Thanks a lot.